Alright guys, here's your warm-up. I'm just going to flip right through that. There's answers to the homework. And you can pause it. I'm just going to flip through them. There they are. And then, I'm not sure what that is. Okay, there's apparently a big box there. It says find the values of the 6 trig functions for an angle in standard position that measures 90 degrees. So if you look at 90 degrees on your circle, that's the point 0, 1. 90 degrees is at the top. So what we want to do is we want to find sine, cosine, tan, cosecant, secant, and cotan. Okay, and remember it's cosine, comma, sine. So it's sine is 1, cosine is 0. Tan, if you remember, is sine over cosine. So it's 1 over 0, which is undefined. And these you just flip them. 1 over 1 is 1. 1 over 0 is undefined. If you flip this over, you get 0 over 1, which is 0. Let's look at 180. That's at the point. 180 is over here. So it's negative 1, 0. So I want sine, cosine, tan, cosecant, secant, cotan. Sine is 0, cosine is negative 1, tan is 0 over negative 1, which is 0. You flip these over. If you flip a 0 over, you get undefined. Secant would be negative 1, and this would be negative 1 over 0, which is undefined. Alright, and now 60 degrees, which is pi over 3. Okay, pi over 3, pi over 3. So if I asked you to find sine of pi over 3, and you used your, if you used your hand, pi over 3 is here, so that's the point 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. And if you check your circle, 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so sine is the square root of 3 over 2. Cosine is 1/2. Tan is the square root of 3 over 2 over 1/2. The 2's cancel, and you just get the square root of 3. Now for 30, that's pi over 6. So if you think about the point for pi over 6, I'll point it out to you. Pi over 6 is square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. You can get that from your hand. Sine is 1/2. Cosine is square root of 3 over 2. The tan, and these are all of 30, is 1/2 over the square root of 3 over 2, which is 1 over the square root of 3. Sometimes you'll see this written as the square root of 3 over 3, but this is perfectly fine. And then we're just finding the values off the circle. Now cosine of 5 pi over 6 is a pi over 6 angle. If you look at your circle, the associated point that goes with pi over 6 is the square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. Now 5 pi over 6 is a little bit less than pi, so it's in this quadrant. Cosine in this quadrant is negative, so it's going to be a negative square root of 3 over 2. 7 pi over 4 is a little bit less than 2 pi. It's in the fourth quadrant. The associated point is the square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. You can get that from your hand. And it's positive, negative, so sine is negative here, so it would be a negative square root of 2 over 2. Negative 11 pi over 4 is not on my circle, so I'm going to need to add 2 pi, which is probably twice. So negative 11 fourths plus 4. It's going to give me 5 pi over 4, so I'm really finding tan of 5 pi over 4. 5 pi over 4 is going to be a little more than pi, so it's going to be in my third quadrant. All students take calculus. Tan is positive in my third quadrant. So it's a over 4, so it's a square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, but because it's down here, it's negative, negative. If I put a negative square root of 2 over 2 over a negative square root of 2 over 2, that's going to give me a positive 1. 8 pi over 3, not on my circle, so negative 8 thirds. I'm going to add 2 pi. I'm going to add 2 pi again. Math enter, enter. So that's 4 pi over 3. So I'm really looking for tan of 4 pi over 3. If you look at the pi over 3 angle on it'll be your ring finger, the associated point is 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. We just need to figure out where is 4 pi over 3. Well, this is 3 pi over 3, so 4 pi over 3 would be in the third. Tan is positive in the third, so it's going to be the square root of 3 over 2 over 1/2, so it's going to be the square root of 3, because the 2's cancel. 29 pi over 3, too big or too small? Definitely too big, so I'm going to do 29 over 3 minus 2 until I get something that's on my circle. That's too big, too big, too big, just right, because I'm looking for something between 0 and 2. So that's cosecant of 5 pi over 3. 5 pi over 3 is going to be almost 2 pi, because 2 pi is 6 pi over 3, so it's going to be in my fourth. My pi over 3 angle is 1/2 square root of 3 over 2, but it's going to be positive, negative, so that's going to be a negative. Cosecant goes with sine, so if I can find the sine of 5 pi over 3, the sine is negative square root of 3 over 2, so cosecant is going to be negative 2 over the square root of 3. Oh, 13 pi over 4, too small. So I'm going to add 2 until I get something that's positive. So that's 3 pi over 4. So I'm really wanting secant of 3 pi over 4. 3 pi over 4 is in this quadrant, so it's going to be, it's a pi over 4 angle, so it's going to be negative square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. So the cosine of 3 pi over 4 is the negative square root of 2 over 2. So secant, you just flip it, and you get negative 2 over square root of 2. Don't worry about those for right now. Alright, that's it. And your homework is to finish those 2 sheets that we looked at yesterday, this one and the back of it.